Like, just shut up. You're an actor, you're a director, you're here to make a movie. Don't force your politics, don't force all that crap inside of the movie. Just make a good quality Star Wars movie. What's up, dudes? Welcome back by a new video on my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So today I'm gonna take a look at some drama and at something a lot of people seem to be angry about. So you have this person that is going to be directing a new Star Wars movie, and she apparently said something really stupid in an old interview. I'm just gonna show you to you guys so you have an idea what she was saying.
Oh, absolutely. I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable.
I hope she's aware that the big majority of the big Star Wars fans that buy everything, that play every video game, that watch every single movie since A New Hope are guys, are dudes. I would say, if I would be guessing, at least 70 or 80% of all Star Wars fans are dudes. So basically you're shitting on your own audience. And let's be real here, if you would reverse the roles here, and an old dude would be sitting there and would be saying, oh yeah, I like making women uncomfortable, I love making women uncomfortable, that wouldn't be flying. And I still see like feminist people trying to defend this and saying this was 8 years ago. It really doesn't matter if it's 8 years ago. If an old dude would have said that, it wouldn't be flying, and every single one knows that. Let's be real here, everyone knows this wouldn't be okay if the roles were reversed. That person would have been not having a job anymore and would not be directing a Star Wars movie. And this is such a bad impression as well. I feel like you should be talking about Star Wars, you should be talking about movies. Instead she's talking about this type of stuff, which just gives a lot of people a bad taste, honestly. Always when you hear directors or actors talk about politics or about stuff like this, I personally feel like, just shut up. You're an actor, you're a director, you're here to make a movie. Don't force your politics, don't force all that crap inside of the movie. Just make a good quality Star Wars movie. To be honest, the last good quality Star Wars movie under Disney, I can honestly not remember. I think maybe Rogue One. That movie was pretty solid in my opinion, but that was honestly the last solid Star Wars Disney movie. After that, everything was just straight up mediocre or bad. The last project on the Disney that I was honestly excited about was the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, because Obi-Wan and Vader / Anakin, obviously the same person, you all know what I'm talking about, but those two are my favorite characters. So I thought, you know, that could be actually pretty good if they have the right people. And obviously they have Anakin and Obi-Wan, the actors, Hayden Christensen, and I was just, you know, that could be honestly fun. I'm gonna watch it, and I was just so disappointed. It was mediocre, it was just really boring. It was focusing on a new character called Riva that I didn't like, and I thought was just useless. And overall, nobody even talking about the entire show anymore. And I think they're gonna do like a season 2, but nobody really seems to be caring. And before that, you obviously had the entire Star Wars Disney sequel drama going on. Those movies weren't too great. Obviously The Rise of Skywalker was a joke. It had like a plot of a game. It was really mediocre. Obviously the entire Palpatine story in The Rise of Skywalker was a last moment decision they probably shouldn't have been doing. Rey being a Palpatine was honestly just a joke in my opinion. Really going on my rant because I just want to show you guys that Disney Star Wars is not in a good position. They make like so many shows and movies and nobody really seems to be caring. Only a small amount of people that are actually invested in the Disney Star Wars stuff. I think the toys are not even selling. It's not as big as it used to be. Star Wars used to be massive and it used to be a big thing if a Star Wars movie dropped, but now it just seems to be just another movie, just another Marvel movie. You can just compare it to Marvel. Marvel's pushing so many movies and shows and they're all the same. They're all just really mediocre. Honestly, if I want to be sleeping, I just put on like a Marvel show in the background and I'll be sleeping in 10 minutes because it's all the same and they keep pushing the same stuff over and over again. It's all mediocre, and I feel like Disney Star Wars is at the same point. Even some movies lost money at the box office, which is honestly crazy because the franchise Star Wars used to be massive. I think it honestly used to be the biggest franchise in the entire world, money wise. They were always breaking records. Solo, a Star Wars movie, probably you haven't watched it because most people haven't watched that movie, even lost money at the box office, which is honestly insane for a franchise like Star Wars, because back in the day it used to be massive. Even the people that didn't like the prequel Star Wars trilogy need to understand that those movies actually make shitload of money back in the day, but now it seems like nobody seems to be even invested in the Star Wars franchise. The entire story is broken after the Star Wars sequel movies. Obviously you still have a small group of people that like the Star Wars sequel movies, but that's just a really small group, because if you look at the Star Wars sequel movies, there is not a story for all the 3 movies. They had all different directors, they all messed up the entire storyline. There is no coherent story in those 3 movies. It's not a trilogy, it is a mess. That's honestly the best word to describe the Star Wars sequel movies, and even the casual Star Wars fans didn't seem to be enjoying the sequel movies, because I think The Rise of Skywalker was even struggling to make money. So I feel like a lot of people have a bad taste in their mouth looking back at the Star Wars sequel movies and aren't invested in the characters. So this woman, the director that said that, you know, that she wants to make dudes uncomfortable, is apparently making a Rey Star Wars movie. So Rey was the main character in the sequel Star Wars movie. So I think it's gonna honestly be a failure if it's legit gonna be a Rey movie, because a lot of people are already not invested in Star Wars anymore, especially in that era, especially the sequel Star Wars era and the sequel Star Wars characters like Rey. I feel like not many people are gonna be interested in a Rey movie, because a lot of people don't look back too fondly at those movies. Not many people enjoy them, so I feel it's gonna be a really hard project for her if she legit is gonna make a Rey Skywalker movie. And saying this type of stuff, pissing off your own audience, is not gonna make things better for her. She honestly should be talking about Star Wars and why she loves Star Wars and her connection with Star Wars, and that she's gonna make a banger of a movie and be all positive. Instead, she's gonna be acting like some feminist extremist and saying the type of stuff that could not be flying if the roles would be reversed. Because I say it again, if a dude would be saying that, he would be cancelled, he would not have that job anymore, and every single person watching this video knows that if the roles were reversed, that would not be flying, and Disney Star Wars is not in a position to say this type of stuff. If they would be making money and Star Wars was in a good position and everyone was watching the movies and shows, I feel like that is less of a risk, because the movies were actually great. Maybe she makes a great movie, who really knows? Maybe she's just saying this type of stuff for I don't know which reason, just to act like a feminist, and the movie is actually gonna be great. Like, I maybe gonna watch the movie, give it a fair chance, see if it's actually good, but I highly doubt that it's gonna be good if she be saying this type of stuff, because to me it seems like she's more interested in other things than actually Star Wars, which is not a good thing at all. But having said all of this, what do you think about this entire situation involving this person? Leave it in the comment section, subscribe on the channel, and I will see you all on the next video.